one knew about us when we didn't have a product. Those are also super important for us because without them we wouldn't have built anything.
This is the story of a new generation company with an attitude that says, we're going to change the world, we're going to be different. It was provocative, it was in your face, and people like that, saying, hey, there's a new kid in town, and he's not going to play by the rules. That's an interesting story.
Okay, so let us take this from the beginning. OnePlus was founded in December 2013 by Pete and Carl.
Hi everyone.
Hey guys!
Starting a new smartphone company might not seem like the most innovative idea.
We needed a new smartphone like we need a hole in the head.
But they both felt the industry was missing something.
We just saw that there weren't a lot of good products on the market.
就我们一开始是我们要跟用户一起来打造一个品牌。
No one has ever communicated to ask the user, hey, what do you want?
So on December 17th, Pete posted his first thread on the forum, inviting everyone to help them build the perfect smartphone. It quickly attracted the attention of tech enthusiasts, and within days the forum had turned into a community.
The forums were actually the very first forums I ever signed up for.
I actually heard about the phone from my friends who were talking about tech.
So I went online, the phone wasn't out yet.
In his post, Pete asked the community to voice their opinion on hardware and software options,
which kind of got us into like a fever.
I became so involved with the phone, but I was also becoming involved with the user community.
And this is what, made me stay, because I met friends, because the community was such a great community.
With a promise to never settle, OnePlus quickly attracted more people to join the forum. So Pete and Carl got their team together and went to work.
You can suggest whatever you like.
Got their team together and went to work.
And that's, I think, what our customer support is really all about.
We actually didn't know what would happen when we started OnePlus. We just knew that all the Android smartphones on the market weren't made well enough.
In the beginning, it was a bit basic, everything that we were doing. We didn't have an actual budget. We just had, like 3 or 4 people with 3 or 4 brains to use, and that's essentially what we did.
And when you tried to hire people, it was also very hard because it was something that no one had heard about before. So it's understandable. Why would they want to join this unheard of thing before in Shenzhen?
Even though there were some initial challenges, the announcement of OnePlus generated a massive hype. Early adopters gathered on the forum, creating the foundation for the community.
We were very excited back then. We were doing all kinds of like little conspiracy stuff.
Thanks to the dedicated fans, the community around OnePlus kept growing through word of mouth. When the OnePlus One launched, the community had reached tens of thousands.
I stayed up till 3 in the morning to watch the launch. It was very, 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 very exciting.
A startup called OnePlus launched a low-cost phone today called the OnePlus One.
The specs were released. It was amazing. It was fast, great camera, unlock, good memory. I was bringing it to work and everyone was looking at it. What's this phone? And oh, it's so great.
The first time holding the OnePlus One was completely different to the smartphones I'd had before. It felt really good.
The hype was kind of like out of this world. It was something absolutely crazy.
When we launched the product, we got 3,000 requests per second to our website, and it went down immediately. I don't know what we've done, but we've done something pretty significant.
We kept releasing invites, and every single month we were selling more than the previous month. I think for other companies, like you start selling the first, let's say, month and a half, you sell a lot of phones, then it kind of like dies out. But for us, it was like, well, you know, we release more invites and people buy more phones.
I remember talking to Pete about what our goals should be, and we said if we can sell 30,000 phones in our first year, then it means that there's enough people out there who agree with our ideas. But we ended up selling almost 1 million phones in our first year. So that's kind of how everything started.
After the huge success with the first phone, they began preparing for the OnePlus 2. With loads of confidence in this super hype brand, what could possibly go wrong?
Hype is a very effective way to break through clutter. But now that you've got my attention, what are you going to do with it? If you're not able to meet the expectation, then that same hype can backfire on you with the same level of intensity.
At OnePlus, your feedback helps us make better phones. So we're asking you to make our advertising better too. Just comment below this video or send us your suggestions. You can suggest whatever you like. We'll pick the things we love the most and keep making new versions of our ad until we end up with a brand new film to launch the OnePlus 6. OnePlus, never settle.
So OnePlus started the journey to release their second phone, aiming to create their next flagship killer. But following up on the success of the OnePlus One wasn't going to be easy. To top the hype of their first phone and take the release of the OnePlus 2 to the next level, OnePlus had to take a new and unexplored approach, doing the world's first product launch in VR.
So here it is, the OnePlus 2.
Getting the VR production in place was just one part of launching the OnePlus 2. They were thinking globally.
We're gonna be in Times Square. We're gonna have like one of the main billboards in Times Square. We're gonna be in 8 other cities around the world.
The launch itself was a huge success. But as for all big parties, there comes a day after.
I was super excited after everything that happened yesterday, and then I went home, started browsing like all the comments online. Then I also read on Reddit yesterday night, and that kind of put everything into more perspective. So I think whenever we feel confident, we should read Reddit. So the comments on Reddit are like 80 to 90% negative. We got the chance to make such a big
At OnePlus, your feedback helps us make better phones. So we're asking you to make our advertising better too. Comment below this video or send us your suggestions. You can suggest whatever you like. We'll pick the things we love the most and keep making new versions of our ad. OnePlus. Never settle.
We never wanted to create just a phone. That was just the starting point. We wanted to create a phone that got better and better and better with every update. And the only way to do that was to listen. So if someone said something about an issue with their screen, we knew what to solve. And when people started realizing we were actually listening, this whole community formed. Some people told us how annoying low-light selfies can be. So we turned the screen into a makeshift flash and added professional settings to make the camera way better. We heard people wanted to shoot more stable high-res videos. So we developed this software to greatly reduce shake. We're huge gamers, and we knew how annoying getting alerts can be. So we gave people a way to turn them off. We were never driven by a big research department. We're driven by these people who are our biggest fans and our biggest critics. So we try to do everything we can to surprise and impress them. Then we send it out into the world and do it all again.
If we see where OnePlus is in its history as we go into the third year, they have arrived on the scene as a credible player, as people have sat up and taken notice. However, in order to be in the top tier of competitors, they will have to scale.
Going into the third year, OnePlus had to really reflect and define who they are, where the company is going, and how to cope with the extensive growth.
So they say the tactics that sort of brought you here will need to evolve if you're going to get to the next level. You have to sort of give up some of your childish habits and act a little bit more like a grown-up.
Things change a lot. Like most of my original colleagues already left, which is normal from every company who is experienced like this growth.
But it's very important that you build a culture that's sustainable and that speaks true to your brand and that speaks true to finally the values of the company and the people who work in it. So there's really a symbiosis, if you will, between the people that you already have in the team and the people that you want to bring in.
We had very strong ideas and we rallied everyone together because we really believed in it, and we got too cocky. You know, when you're too cocky, you actually don't learn as fast because you already think that you know everything. But then we got a lot of negative feedback, and that caused us to lose our confidence.
After experiencing growing pains on all levels, the aftermath of the OnePlus 2 launch shook the company in its foundation and put a lot of pressure on the next coming release, the OnePlus 3 and 3T.
The 3 and the 3T was kind of like the year of maturity, but it was also a year of not much progress when it comes to doing cool things and cool stuff, which is what we like to do.
I just kept saying, think about it later.
The 3 was received very, very well. we realized that we couldn't overextend ourselves again. So we just focused on what we knew we were good at, which is, here's our device. It's one of the best devices out there. You can play with it too.
If you're always focused on changing the world, always trying to do things that are innovative for the sake of being innovative, that might eventually kill you. The OnePlus 3 and 3T were great products, although they were very safe products, and that represented the overall mentality of the company. We went safe everywhere.
You can suggest whatever you like. We'll pick the things we love the most and keep making new versions of our ad until we end up with a brand new film to launch the OnePlus 6. OnePlus. Never settle.
Today is our first open ears forum related to product, and we chose to do it in one of the most important aspects for the product, which is the camera. So we got these really expert level users giving us suggestions on how we can improve the product together, after which we will have a list of commitments based on topics we discussed today and keep updating the community on how we're doing on those commitments.
Events like this can be an important and efficient way to improve the experience of the device.
What's exciting when you speak with the users is not just to find out what features matter to them, but the priority in which these features matter.
It's the only way to really improve the product and to show that people are really working and they really cherish their users, which are important to them.
When we designed the name OnePlus, we thought that one meant a great product and plus meant sharing. So a good product gets shared between people. But we just felt like in this modern day and age when you can have access to all the people via the internet, and the people behind those usernames are probably much better than you at their domain level, why not bring everyone together and use the wisdom of the crowd?
The loyal fan base around OnePlus acts as a compass with directions they'd like the company to take and not to take.
So as you think about where OnePlus got its early success, it was really they captured the imagination of a group of early adopters who are not customers as much as fans. It goes beyond loyalty, it's brand love. Because they took this attitude of never settle, the attitude.
And that's why we call it the Open Ears Forum.
The most beautiful workspaces that you would see all over the world. We, provide technology that allows experience and allows functionality at OnePlus, and how important we feel community is to each of our brands. And being in India, India is a very communal country, and the diversity of the community is something that we are super proud of all over the world. I've actually been using the OnePlus for the last few months, and it is extremely efficient and powerful and super fast. Just the face unlock always surprises me because it's super fast, and my use is mainly for work, so it's extremely efficient. You see such a young energy that is bubbling all over the country, and open to very new ideas and understand value of a world-class product, and are willing to actually pay and experience that world-class product, whether it's a phone or whether it's a workspace. So never settle is also one of our WeWork slogans. Never settle for something that isn't of the standard that you want, and I think OnePlus embodies the same thing.
We're here to inform. That is our role. That means that we educate, sometimes we entertain, and certainly we hold those that are empowered to account. Hi, I'm Gary Liu, the Chief Executive Officer of the South China Morning Post. I have the privilege of leading an incredible news organization based here in Hong Kong. It's been around for 114 years, covering Asia and China for the rest of the world. Well, this part of the world has changed quite a lot in the last 114 years. Certainly the city has gone from being British ruled to now being part of China. And so the news organization that we are part of has had to evolve with that. Has had to evolve with the interests of the people, with the conflicts and wars that we are reporting on, and with the culture that is developing.
We're trying to look for the most intuitive way of interacting that wouldn't turn off somebody from the US versus somebody from Southeast Asia. My name is Victoria. I'm the executive producer of Gold Thread. The new product, Gold Thread, is an exploration of China from a young millennial's point of view to a Western audience, because so little of the everyday person's life is portrayed in the media in the West.
Regardless of where our users and readers come from, oftentimes their experience is actually quite similar. And so we have to create using a device that is somewhat universal. And certainly this is where OnePlus comes in for us. It's easily accessible. The software itself, it simplifies the complexity of mobile platforms. And so when our team builds on OnePlus, we do believe that we are building for a world of different but also shared experiences.
The phone's technical capabilities are really important in allowing for a smooth consumption experience, that the app works nimbly. All of that is necessary in coming together to form the final picture in the user experience.
Yes, the mobile screen is smaller than a printed broadsheet, but it is also a much better storytelling platform. To be able to embed video and graphics that give life to written word, that's an exceptional opportunity for us, and it's something that we've fully embraced. Technology has foundationally changed the way that people find news and people consume news. Now it's very personalized.
You can tell a story with an app, and a lot of that shapes the way that the reader absorbs the story. And just as opposed to just passively reading the story, now the reader is part of the experience of the story.
The consumer experience of news is changing so incredibly fast. So we have to be moving fast. This is part of the reason why we use the OnePlus device. It really keeps us at the leading edge of technology, the leading edge of discovery, and it helps us evolve. The vision of both of our companies is extremely aspirational. OnePlus says never settle. The South China Morning Post, our vision is to elevate thought. These are big things that could have generational impact if we get it right. That's why I'm thankful that we're able to inspire one another.
I don't like surprises in the morning. I don't like it when you say bye and give me a kiss when you leave. Don't buy me flowers. Don't give me treats. Don't take me to new places or show me new things. Don't plan romantic dates. Don't leave early from work and spend time with me. Don't be my Valentine. Don't wish me good night. And for the last time, don't give me any gifts.
Well, I'm a fan of Star Wars, I'm a fan of OnePlus, and put those two things together, it's like chocolate and peanut butter. It's got to be good.
The white with the red button, dude? Dude, that's big.
I really want to know what will happen inside and what surprise that OnePlus have for us.
They have Star Wars themed OnePlus. I mean, that's it. I mean, that's all. I was expecting that. I didn't know if it would be met, but that was, and they put a Kylo Ren case in it.
My name is Karan Virvani. I'm an entrepreneur and CEO of WeWork India. With WeWork, we provide some of the most beautiful workspaces that you would see all over the world. We, provide technology that allows experience and allows functionality in that workspace. And also, we bring and have built one of the best communities in the world. Community is the common factor between WeWork and OnePlus, and how important we feel community is to each of our brands. And being in India, India is a very communal country, and the diversity of the community is something that we are super proud of all over the world. I've actually been using the OnePlus for the last few months, and it is extremely efficient and powerful and super fast. Just the face unlock always surprises me because it's super fast, and my use is mainly for work, so it's extremely efficient. You see such a young energy that is bubbling all over the country, and open to very new ideas and understand value of a world-class product and are willing to actually pay and experience that world-class product, whether it's a phone or whether it's a workspace. So never settle is also one of our WeWork slogans. Never settle for something that isn't of the standard that you want. And I think OnePlus embodies the same thing.
We're here to inform. That is our role. That means that we educate, sometimes we entertain, and certainly we hold those that are empowered to account. Hi, I'm Gary Liu, the Chief Executive Officer of the South China Morning Post. I have the privilege of leading an incredible news organization based here in Hong Kong. It's been around for 114 years, covering Asia and China for the rest of the world. Well, this part of the world has changed quite a lot in the last 114 years. Certainly the city has gone from being British ruled to now being part of China. And so the news organization that we are part of has had to evolve with that. Has had to evolve with the interests of the people, with the conflicts and wars that we are reporting on, and with the culture that is developing.
We're trying to look for the most intuitive.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Could I request you to kindly settle down? We're going to start in a few minutes from now. So request the people at the back to kindly settle down so we can start shortly. Thank you so much.
An exploration of China from a young millennial's point of view to a Western audience, because so little of the everyday person's life is portrayed in the media in the West.
Another quick thing, we know that some of you haven't had a chance to get your goodies yet, so don't worry, you can get them even after the show. We just request you to keep that stub on your ticket. Don't tear it. You can claim your goodies right after the event. Thank you so much.
The complexity of mobile platforms. And so when our team builds on OnePlus, we do believe that we are building for a world of different but also shared experiences.
The phone's technical capabilities are really important in allowing for a smooth consumption experience, that the app works nimbly. All of that is necessary in coming together to form the final picture in the user experience.
Yes, the mobile screen is smaller than a printed broadsheet, but it is also a much better storytelling platform. To be able to embed video and graphics that give life to written word, that's an exceptional opportunity for us, and it's something that we've fully embraced. Technology has foundationally changed the way that people find news and people consume news. Now it's very personalized.
You can tell a story with an app, and a lot of that shapes the way that the reader absorbs the story. And just as a
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's begin!
Call it an addiction, a fixation, or just fascination. It's the rush you get when the needle races from left to right, when the flag goes up and down, and when your feet no longer touch the ground. Our quest for speed has pushed us to great heights, to go further, overcome the impossible, and explore what's beyond, just to make our hearts beat a little bit faster. Speed is more than something we want, wish, or desire. It's something we need.
Good afternoon, Mumbai. How are you? My God, look at the energy in this room. Let's hear you once again. How are you? Welcome to the launch of the phone of the year, the highly anticipated. We'll do it together, all right? We'll do it at 1, 2, 3. The highly anticipated, 1, 2, 3. The OnePlus 6, indeed! I was very fortunate to watch the launch of the OnePlus 5 live. How many of you saw it as well? How many of you? Hands up. Put both your hands up in the air. Put both your hands up in the air. Now just pump them up like this. Yeah, yeah. We see you. We see your excitement. We feel your happiness. And I'm extremely thrilled that I have the opportunity to be part of history unfolding this year. But more on that in just a bit. Right now, I just want to thank you all for coming out here in large numbers. Thank you so much for your excitement. Thank you so much for your enthusiasm, your energy. Give yourselves a big round of applause because this is for you. This is all for you, yes. So what do you say? Should we get going? We'll get going if you say. Should we get going? Should we get going? So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage the Global Head of Marketing, Mr. Kyle Zhang.
Thanks, appreciate it. All right, hello Mumbai, how you guys doing? One more time, how you guys doing? All right, so first I want to thank you guys for being with us here today, and I also want to thank everybody who's watching online across India. Now, when we launch a new product, we get excited. But today's maybe a little bit more exciting because we're launching more than one product today. Okay? So you're going to get to hear some new stuff that we're pretty excited about. But when it comes down to the fundamental things that are core to OnePlus, those things don't change. And I think for us, what it all comes back to, when it comes to product, when it comes to service, it's user experience. And that's what we think about, and that's what we consider when we do anything. So in what you hear today, it should all come back to that. So we're looking forward to sharing a lot of our philosophy and also some new products, and it comes back to this. So before we get into product, though, I want to take a step and go back and look at the year that we had with you guys together. We just mentioned it. Almost a year ago, we were literally right here launching the OnePlus 5 with you guys. It was a let me see the hands again. Who was here last year? All right, so let me ask you guys a question. After I presented last year, everybody told me I had a really bad haircut. How'd I do this year? Any better? All right, so I got a lot of hassle about that. So that was a big day for us. 1,500 of you joined us here in Mumbai, and 2 million people watched across India. And it was a big moment for us, because it really showed, I think, the passion that the community here has for the OnePlus brand. Later in the year, in New York, we launched the OnePlus 5T, and we talked about our approach on software and why we believe at this point our approach on software is now, we believe, the best. And it comes back to that theme of user experience. Now, on this new chapter for us at OnePlus, we kicked things off last night in London. But over 1,500 OnePlus community members came from different parts of the United Kingdom, actually all over Europe, and even some members came from India to get things started. But, in my opinion, this is the main event right here. Because over 2,000 of you guys are here to make history, because this is the biggest OnePlus event we've had in our history. So give yourself a round of applause for being here. All right, so the last year's been a big year for us, okay? And time flies, right? And I think, when I think back to the start of 2017, we were still, I think, like an underdog, okay? So we're an underdog, and since then, we've emerged as a market leader, okay? So in India, in the premium segment, we've emerged as one of the market leaders. And I think it comes back to the approach we take, and I think our products are preferred because of the things you'll hear from us today. Now, in addition to India, globally, we're seeing other proof points as well. And I'll give you a couple examples. One example from Finland. We partnered with the biggest carrier there, Elisa, and for the last 17 months, we've been the best-selling phone. Another example. USA, where I'm from. So when OnePlus first launched, the OnePlus One, successful and very popular in the United States. And I think over the last couple of years, I'm based in San Francisco, okay? And if you go to any of the big technology companies there and you go see where the engineers and developers are, you'll see a lot of OnePlus One phones. OnePlus 2, OnePlus 3, OnePlus 3T. But what's changing is more and more people are hearing about OnePlus. And as Americans start to, I think, get a little bit smarter about buying devices, we've emerged as a leader in the unlock category. And so I think we're seeing proof points across the globe in the markets we're in where people are responding really well to OnePlus. So I think it's a good sign for us, and it all comes back to, we believe, the approach we take on product. Now, this year, over the course of this year, we've received numerous awards, some in India, some globally. And not just awards, some of them are noting us as being the best in terms of best overall approach. And this is pretty respectable company we're in. So I think we're proud of that, and again, it comes back to, we believe, that approach that we take from a user experience standpoint. So we're up here, and I'm saying a lot of good things we've done, and I think for us, last year was a great proof point because the 5 and the 5T exceeded our expectations. They were the best rated devices on Amazon IN. So a lot of good things, but for us, it's not about being a leader for the sake of being a leader. Again, it comes back to the approach, and I think that's what's important to us. And so again, it's about this. And I think for us, user experience, it's something that's probably, you hear a lot of companies talk about their users, their customers, community, and all these things, right? And here's why I think OnePlus is legitimately different. And I think it's because we constantly are engaged with you guys, our user base, on a very, I think, substantive level, and we take that feedback and we put it into everything we do. And there's a lot of different ways we do that. When OnePlus started, it was about the community forums, and that's still the place where we get the most feedback, talking to you guys in terms of what's important from a product standpoint, new features we're considering, getting feedback. We also get feedback on social media across all channels. That feedback tends to come quickly, sometimes good, sometimes bad, but we hear that as well. Also, some of you guys may participate in our closed and open beta programs. So those are where we test new software features before we put them into market to see if they pass the test for us. Because for us, we're not going to add a feature if we don't think it brings a useful consumer benefit. So, over the course of the last year, we've introduced one new program, which we call Open Ears. And with Open Ears, what we do is we meet with our users face-to-face, where they live, talk to them about new products, get their feedback, and co-create together. So, let's take a quick look at our new Open Ears program.
So today we're at the very first Open Ears Forum here in London. It's an event where we have invited around 20 of our past customers to hear directly from them.
So in London, Hamburg, Germany, Stockholm, San Francisco, we got a lot of good feedback on customer service, camera, our products, and software. And we're excited because we've heard from you guys, and I'm excited to announce today that we'll bring this program to India coming very soon. So stay tuned, we're excited. And I know there's been a lot of passion. I've heard from a lot of you guys about this, so that's one thing we're excited about. Another thing we're excited about is a program we started last year that we're looking forward to taking kind of to the next level in 2018. And that's, a lot of our community programs have done this for us. And I think we've been really satisfied with the engagement we've gotten from you guys. And I think no matter what, the one thing we can say is the passion the OnePlus users have here in India and globally is unprecedented. So we're excited about bringing a lot of new programs, but there's one in particular we're particularly excited about. And so that program Student Ambassador Program. So what this is we'll be partnering with some of the most well-respected institutions in India to help develop future leaders of technology in India. So stay tuned. We're excited to announce this program. It's brand new. More details coming on this. Next, something we started last year that some of you guys have probably had a chance to see is our Experience Store. So we launched this early January 2017 in Bengaluru, and it's become our home in India. Some of you guys have had a chance to visit. It's a place to see and experience products. And I think we've heard from you guys that some of you would like to see us expand this, and so we're excited to announce today that we'll be expanding our Experience Store footprint in India to 5 new stores across the country this year. And at our Experience Stores, what you can expect. State-of-the-art landscape, a place where you can test and experience new products, a place where you can engage the brand, and a place where you can also meet and engage with other members of the OnePlus community. In addition, we're also excited to announce we'll be expanding to 10 new exclusive service centers across India. And at our service centers, you get the same experience that you get at our Experience Store in terms of service. The staff there is trained to quickly resolve any issue you have with your device. So I think over the course of the last year, the piece of feedback we've gotten from you guys is you want to see us expand the footprint we have offline and the presence there. So we're really excited about the expansion we're making in 2018. So let's jump back to product for a second. So for us, every company has a little bit of a different philosophy when it comes to product. And for us, we have one that we refer to as fast and smooth. And I think when you think of OnePlus devices, I think fast is something that pops into your head pretty quickly. And testing, I think that's not new. But I think for us, what fast means is something different than just top specs. But that being said, I know everybody's interested in specs, so let me do this. Because we think it's more important than that, but I know specs are important, so let me quickly show the specs, and then let's get on to what we think is more important from a product philosophy standpoint. So, to be very honest, this is probably one of those powerful spec sheets you'll see in 2018. But like I said, for us, it's more than specs. And it's back to this philosophy of fast and smooth. And so I think for us, what fast and smooth means is an experience. And it comes back to kind of the user experience that we were talking about before. So why would we prioritize this over anything else? I think there's a couple reasons we do that. One is within Android phones, there's a complaint, right? That over time, they get slow, they get laggy, they get choppy. And actually, to be honest, it's probably not just Android phones. It's probably all mobile phones. But I think at OnePlus, we're proud to be the exception to this rule. Because the one thing we hear from our users is, even if they've had a device for multiple years, they're still happy with the performance, they're still happy with the fact that it's fast. And I think that's what's important to us. But that being said, why would we continue to focus on this and spend time on this if our phones are already thought of as fast? And I think for us, it's about the smooth piece to this. And this comes back, I think, to the user experience. And this is really at the core of OnePlus's product philosophy. And what it means is we want your experience to be seamless. Let's say you're doing 30 apps at once, simultaneously trying to move between them, or you're playing an intensive game. We want your experience to be no lag, everything to happen instantaneously. And that's what's really important to us. So I think we're really excited today because what we're about to show you is the best example yet for us of the philosophy in fast and smooth. So, without further ado, I'm proud to show you guys the OnePlus 6. All right, pretty good. And I think it's also important to note that the response so far from what we've seen has been pretty good. Okay, so I think we're excited, but the thing we always say is we're looking forward to actually people testing the device, because I think that's the most important thing, and I think we're really expect you guys are going to be impressed. It's our fastest flagship yet. And also, one thing we're going to take you through today is more detail on the device. We're excited to announce 3 variant colors today that all have a unique all-glass approach to the material, where each individual one has a different approach. So we're really excited about that. In addition, probably the second thing to note on the OnePlus 6 is display. This is our largest display yet, 6.28 inches. And here's something for us when we talk about user experience. Sometimes we have to balance things. And for us, we heard from you guys in terms of wanting a more immersive screen experience. At the same time, a piece of feedback we've gotten from you is you really like the size and feel and hand of the OnePlus devices. So on the 5T, we heard from you guys, we didn't really want to increase the size of the device. So we've been able to deliver our most immersive screen experience without making the phone any bigger. So I think that comes back to the theme of user experience. So also, it's worth noting on the OnePlus 6, it's water resistant for daily risk, things you might encounter in a daily use in terms of splash or weather. And I think everybody already knows, still has the headphone jack. So again, user experience, right? So we're really excited about this device, and we're excited to go through it. So I want to bring to the stage my friend, OnePlus product manager, who's based here in India, Simon, to take you through more detail on the OnePlus 6.
Kasakai Mumbai. Yeah, I see you guys doing great. So it's super cool for us to be here again. For us, it's third time here in Mumbai. I think every single time is only better and better. And today I will walk you through details on OnePlus 6. We'll start off with design, then we'll move to performance, camera, and finally Oxygen OS. So starting off with design. For us, design is about keeping balance. This is balance between bringing you guys something new and innovative that will bring you benefits to your daily life, and at the same time keeping heritage and keeping legacy of our previous designs and devices. And I'm pretty confident that OnePlus 6 brings this philosophy into life. So first off, to ensure a sleek side profile, we have kept our signature horizon line that you might know from devices ever since OnePlus 3. And horizon line, together with the continuous hard edge around the device and rounded corners, is providing a very, very comfortable grip in hand, at the same time making the device feel very thin. We also came back to our roots, keeping the camera in the middle, just like ever since OnePlus 1. Also the fingerprint scanner is resembling in its shape the fingerprint scanners you could find on OnePlus 2, for example. I believe that with this attention to detail and with this precise craftsmanship, this is the most advanced housing ever on OnePlus phone. This is also the most expensive housing, and I would like to show you this video that explains why.
We started by examining the properties of glass. What makes glass unique, pristine, desirable? We dialed in the precise combination of steps needed to create individual sheets of glass. Each sheet takes 40 steps from start to finish to meet the highest standard for strength, clarity, and beauty. We designed a special process to fit multi-layered film underneath the glass. This film, just 1 micrometer thick, is imbued with stunning textures and finished with 6 layers of anti-glare coating. We then complete the process by applying a gentle curve to the edge of the glass, which not only increases durability, but also creates a 3-dimensional effect that accentuates our signature horizon line. A singular achievement in fit, form, and polish. crafted without compromise.
I agree, it's very beautiful. So just like Kyle mentioned a second ago, we are bringing you guys not one, but 3 color variants. Silk white, midnight black, and mirror black. And let's start off with the last one mentioned. I think this is very unique, and it's not resembling any other flagship we have ever had. But first, before we move on, let's ask ourselves a question. Why have we used glass for OnePlus 6? So glass has a couple of pros. First one, it enhances your radio transmission. Glass is a much better transmitter than metal. So with glass design, your signal will be superior. Second reason for us, glass is much more customizable than metal. So we will be able to bring you new colors, new shapes, new textures, and new feel in hand. And also, I think you all guys remember the beautiful phone called OnePlus X. It debuted in 2015, and it get lots of positive feedback on its design. It was made out of ceramics, and ceramic is very nice, but it has a couple of downsides. So ceramic is heavier than metal and glass, and it's also more fragile than both. So this is why when we learn how to make glass look and feel like ceramic, but without those downsides, we didn't hesitate much, and we've introduced the mirror black edition of OnePlus 6. It has this mirror sheen and the very smooth touch, but without those downsides. Also, we are frequently asked whether the glass is not too fragile to use on a phone. And the answer to this question is not on OnePlus phones. We are using the Gorilla Glass 5 that is working like an armor for your device, protecting it from scratches and drop effects. So let's move on to the next variant, Midnight Black. I think this is the favorite variant of our community. When we show them this device, they said, this is the one. So actually, they also struggle to believe that it's made of glass. It has this beautiful matte polish that you can remember from, for example, OnePlus 5T. So this matte effect we have achieved through corrosion. It means that we have made countless tiny holes within the housing of the phone, and it's actually a pretty challenging process, because if you make too many of them, then the housing becomes too fragile, and if it's too less of them, then the matte effect on glass is not achieved. But we are sure we get it just right. Midnight Black has also something special, this S-line. When you look at it from certain angles in stronger light, you can see this S-line going through from sides through middle to the other side of the device. And then also, in about 3 weeks, we'll be releasing limited edition Silk White OnePlus 6. This is my personal favorite, and I think it's the most elegant OnePlus 6. So what's the most special about this is that beneath the glass, there's this 0.1 millimeter thin film. And even though this film is so thin, it's still made out of 7 layers, and one of those layers is covered with crushed pearls. Also, this shimmering effect achieved by those pearls, together with the matte finish, like on OnePlus 6 Midnight Black Edition, and the rose gold edges, is making it very beautiful and elegant. For those of you, though, who need an extra protection for your new OnePlus 6, we have a new member of our case family, 3D nylon case. This is a case that we, like no other we have ever had. It's with use of military-grade advanced fabrics. It's very durable, it's dust-proof, it's waterproof, and it's super comfortable to hold in hand. So we are very excited to bring this to you guys. Okay, so that's been OnePlus 6 design, and it's pretty nice. But let me walk you through what actually drove us creating OnePlus 6. Just like Kyle mentioned, speed and smoothness. For us, speed is about balance between great software and great hardware. And let me break it down to you guys today, what it will bring to your lives. So the great performance is not possible without great partners, and we are proud to cooperate with one of the best partners that we could. First one being Qualcomm. Qualcomm brought to us Qualcomm Snapdragon 845, the highest rated and the highest performing processor. Qualcomm Snapdragon 845 is increasing your performance by 30%, while at the same time being 10% more battery efficient. And it comes with GPU, Adreno 630, that is both 30% more powerful and 30% more battery efficient. So basically what it means for you guys is that you will be able to run the heaviest of apps completely smooth and at the same time save some battery. And there is fun favorite, Dash Charge. I mean, this is one of our best features ever since OnePlus 3, and it has been benchmarked for speed for the whole industry. But what about wireless charging, right? It's a big trend of 2018. What we believe is that when it comes to speed, charging is the priority, and wireless charging speeds are just not even the same league as Dash Charge. Also, my favorite personal thing about Dash Charge is that you can use your phone very comfortably, just holding it in hand. It's not getting any hotter because the whole charging process is happening in the adapter, not in the phone itself. And also the charging speeds while the screen is on are very impressive. So this is something you can never achieve with wireless charging when you have to keep the phone on the pod and try not to move it at all. And this is why, unless the wireless charging technology will not be up to our requirements, we will not rush into this technology. Thank you, guys. Okay, let's talk camera. There's been some major hardware changes to our primary sensor of camera. So, first of these changes, we are introducing to you guys what we call high-speed camera. On OnePlus 5T, in a background process while taking photo, we could capture up to 30 frames. And on OnePlus 6, we can capture up to twice as many. So basically what this means is we have this technology that captures multiple frames while you shot the photo. Everything is happening in the background. And then those frames are merged together into one photo. And this process is denoising the photo and also improving the clarity. So with the OnePlus 6, we have twice as many frames available to merge together for much better effects than on OnePlus 5T. The next change, we heard your feedback, guys, and we are bringing back OIS to OnePlus 6. Yes, I'm equally excited about this. OIS is very important when we are capturing low-light photography, because there's when you need more stability for the longer exposure times. But that is not all we have done for a better low-light shots. We've also introduced bigger pixels. So you guys know that for more detailed photos, you need many pixels. So this is why you have 16 million of them in the primary sensor. But there's this one risk. So when you have too many pixels on same size of the sensor, then those pixels are becoming pretty small. And the smaller the pixel, the less light it can capture. And this is why we decided that to keep both excellent details and also excellent low light photos, we are increasing our sensor size by 19%, and right now each pixel will be 1.22 microns of size. So actually these three changes resulted in some beautiful photos. Night shot like this one, with excellent details and colors. This super clear and blue sky. Very good HDR example with all those shadows. And actually our camera is even good enough to be able to cover of Vogue India magazine. This is the May edition featuring Aditi Rao Hedri, who is here with us. Aditi, if we can welcome you to the stage.
Big hello to the OnePlus community here. Hi Bombay, hi Mumbai.
Hey Aditi. So how was it? How was your shot on OnePlus 6?
It was, I'm always up for something new and fun. And when I was told about this, I was really excited and I wanted to be there and do this. And but somewhere, in my head, I was pretty convinced that a photo that's taken on a phone is going to make a digital cover. And for the real printed cover, we're going to have to use another image. But when I got to shoot and the phone was pulled out and we started taking the images, I saw it on the phone, on the screen, and it was fabulous. And then we saw it on the computer and I was completely blown away. And then, of course, the images are here for you to see. It was really quite incredible. I myself was completely sort of in awe of what I saw.
Okay, so I imagine that previous covers you shot on DSLR. So how would you say, what was the difference?
Well, one of the differences was that it was really quick. I found that the way Ericos, the photographer, he was shooting, you were immediately able to see the results. There was not a lot of tinkering that you needed to do with regard to light and exposure and a lot of stuff like that. And also the image has a lot of detail, which you don't need to then go and tweak. Otherwise a lot of the times images need color correction and a lot of effort goes into it digitally. But with the phone, I just found that the image as was, when it was shot on the phone, it was pretty much ready to print as it was. Like, I remember seeing this image especially, and it was like I could see it sort of ready to print. So I thought that was really cool about it. And of course, it's so tiny. I mean, that's the immediate difference that you would figure between a DSLR and a phone, is that the phone is just like right there and it's so light and it's just so convenient and so quick to use.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much for being here with us.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so a part of those changes, we have also tinkered our software. First off, portrait mode. One of the favorite features on OnePlus camera since we have introduced it with OnePlus 5. And right now, we are bringing you new ways to express yourself with the effects like hearts, stars, and circles in your bokeh. Also, it always was taking really some time to capture a portrait photo, not even up to 2 seconds. And right now, with our new optimized software and new chipset, Qualcomm Snapdragon 845, we are able to push majority of this process to the background for way faster capturing of the portraits. And the third important change being, it's because you guys requested it a lot, we are bringing selfie portrait to OnePlus 6 phones very soon. Yeah, that's actually a photo we've captured just today morning. So you guys are also pretty lucky because this feature will be coming soon to OnePlus 6 phones in around 2-3 weeks. But you can already experience the beta version here in the experience zone right after the event ends. There are some beautiful portraits that we have captured on OnePlus 6. And about video, right now you can capture video at 4K at 60 frames per second, which is twice more than you could on OnePlus 5T. And thank you guys. So we will provide you not only the highest resolution, but also highest smoothness of the videos. Also, once you already captured the video, you can go to editor and you can crop them, you can add some filters or add music to them, just like on this example. We are also bringing major improvements to our slow motion. Right now at 480 frames per second at HD resolution, and what's the most important for us, up to 1 minute of recording. So, thank you. What we really wanted to achieve is give you guys really useful and simple to use feature. We don't want you to be able to capture 0.2 seconds of a slow motion video and just hope that you can click the shutter button at exact same precise moment. We are giving you the whole minute, you can capture the whole minute, then you can trim the video and you can select in post-processing which part should be in slow motion and which part should be in the regular pace. Let's take a look at the video.
Everybody get up.
Thank you guys. Right, summing up the camera part, we believe that with expanded portraits, clearer photos, and new improved slow motion, we are giving you guys the best camera ever on OnePlus phone. I'm really looking forward for your creations, guys, and for this new sweet shot on OnePlus photos. All right, that's been it about hardware. Let's focus on software. Oxygen OS. Our inspiration for creating Oxygen OS was we've observed that phones, not only Android phones, are just too laggy, and we had to fix this issue. So Oxygen OS is free of bloatware, it's clean, and it only features features that you actually use. And signature of Oxygen OS has always been great optimization, both in RAM management and in improving launching speeds. And this time we believe we took it to the next level. We have selected the most popular apps from the Play Store, and we have improved the launching speeds by, on average, 11%. But, yeah, thank you. But obviously this is just me talking, you don't need to believe me, right? So we have performed a test. We have selected 12 apps, 4 flagships, and we have put them to test, seeing which one will open all those apps fastest. Take a look. I believe result really speaks for itself here. Okay, again, we heard your feedback about this time alert slider. We know that you guys didn't like the previous preset very much, so we have simplified the experience a lot. Right now, it's as simple as silent, vibrate, and ring. And for those of you who want to use Do Not Disturb, we also have a good news. Right now, as it's not on alert slider anymore, you can schedule it how you want it, for example, to no one disturb you during night. What I believe is that Oxygen OS is a lot about our obsession for details and fixing those daily user scenarios that you guys meet every day. And example of this philosophy for us is the new feature called Smart Folders. So when you drag two icons together, creating new folders. It will be automatically named depending on what kind of apps you put into new folders. All right, who here play games? Yeah, quite many people. I think you guys are familiar with our feature called gaming mode. Gaming mode has been blocking your notification while you are gaming to give you the best and undisturbed gaming experience. We have heard lots of positive feedback about this feature, so we are bringing you 3 improvements to it. First, we are enhancing the performance by limiting the processes happening in the background for the smoothest ride. Also, if you want, you can assign data priority for the game so that or your LTE or Wi-Fi will majorly be distributed to the game so that you will not experience any lags. And if you wish so, you can also enable gaming battery saver for the longer gaming times. Now about wallpapers. We have a special guest here with us, Hampus Olsson, artist behind our wallpapers since OnePlus 2. Hello, Hampus. For OnePlus 6, we had a conversation with Hampus, and he told me he was very inspired by these wallpapers from OnePlus 2, and also he has added his 3 years experience with OnePlus to the mix for, I think, truly stunning wallpapers. I think they are enhancing how immersive our new screen is very well. Okay, and finally, we know that our community is full of innovators, full of people that are willing to try something new, and full of people that really love Android. So we have cooperated with Google. OnePlus 6 will support treble, and very soon, on your new OnePlus 6, you will be able to experience Android P Developers Preview. So there you guys have it. OnePlus 6 at its full glory. What do you think? Thank you guys, that's it from me. Let me welcome back on stage Kyle to walk you through the next product.
All right, Android P, exciting, huh? Okay, so when we started, I mentioned we are launching more than one product today. So I think this comes back to another product philosophy for us. We don't necessarily at OnePlus chase trends. And when it comes to product, we're only going to make something if we think we can deliver on the quality, one, that we expect of ourselves, but two, what you guys would expect of us. And I think we know that bar for us is pretty high. Now, when wireless audio products first launched, I don't think we thought the experience was great in terms of overall user experience. But some time has gone by, and now today we're proud to launch our newest accessory, Bullets wireless earphones. All right, so we're excited about these. Bullets wireless, made of a light aluminum chassis, and it has just the right weight. So it feels firm and stays on, but you don't have to worry about it falling off, especially maybe in an active use occasion moving around. You also saw sweat and water resistant, so if you're working outside, they have a stretch resistant wire, and they're also enabled for Google Assistant. But we think there are 2 things about this product that really stands out and comes back to the theme that we started with about user experience. And the first is something we call magnetic resume. All right, it's very simple. You're using your Bullets wireless, you're listening, you take them out, you click, and your audio pauses. That's it. And it's simple, right? But it cuts back to user experience. And we're really excited about this because this feature it's compatible with not just the OnePlus 6, but also the OnePlus 5 and the OnePlus 5T. Second thing about Bullet's wireless that we think stands out, and I think you guys caught it in the video, and it comes back to the theme we've been talking about today about fast. So we brought our dash charge technology to Bullet's wireless. So, as you saw, a quick 10-minute charge gets you up to 5 hours of continuous play. And it works with any USB Type-C cable. And I think why this is important is it cuts back to a pain point as a user, right? If you're using a wireless headphone set, let's say you're getting ready to go out, work out, or you head out for the day and you forgot to charge it, you don't want to not be able to use it. And this takes away the pain point where a quick 10-minute charge takes care of them. So for us, we think this is the wireless product that matches what we would expect from a user experience standpoint. And last piece of information that's important, the price. Okay. And the price of Bullet's wireless is So I think we're really excited about this product, especially from a user experience standpoint. So today we've been talking a lot about product, and we've been talking a lot about our growth. And I think product is a big part of it, but there's another reason. I don't think we would be here today if we didn't have one particular great partnership here in India. And so to talk a little bit about this today, I want to invite to the stage our good friend Manish Tiwari, VP of Amazon, to talk a little bit about the partnership between Amazon and OnePlus.
Thanks, guys. Wow, this feels really special. At Amazon.India, we sell close to 180 million products, but OnePlus is very, very special. And what makes it more special is, and I was telling it to my team, is when you have your favorite superstar sitting very close to you, what better than two mega brands sitting in the same room, and which makes this really, really special. It's been an exciting few months. Our relationship with OnePlus is very, very special. Let me go back a few years, and this is back to 2014. And I still remember Carl, Pete, Amit meeting in Hong Kong and deciding what to do with this brand. And Amazon was pretty new to India at that point of time. But there was something which was very, very common between the two brands. Amazon always talks about being the world's most customer-obsessed company. And here were two people who said they want to make a phone which has the best features as seen by end users. And there's proof of it today when I see this huge OnePlus community sitting in this room. Just a proof that how powerful this brand has become in India. Our journey started in 2014 with OnePlus One. It's come a long, long way over the last few years. And Kyle spoke about it. OnePlus 5, OnePlus 5T were the highest rated phones on Amazon.in. And that deserves a huge round of applause for the entire product team and for all of you fans. A couple of weeks back, we said, okay, now let's open up registration for the OnePlus community and how many people would want to know more about the new launch. And it wasn't surprising that just in a few hours, we had 1 million+ people logging in. Fans like yourselves who are sitting here. Didn't stop there. And that's what OnePlus is so special, which makes it so special. We had more than 2 million registrations happening for the OnePlus 6 launch. And guys, that's all because of people sitting here, the entire OnePlus community. So a huge round of applause to all of you. I have personally seen the product. I think it's super exciting. And I look forward to seeing all of you shopping on Amazon.in for the new OnePlus 6. Thank you so much. Thanks, Kyle.
Thanks, Manish. All right, we're getting near the end. One thing we haven't talked about. Okay. So, I'd like to invite to the stage a friend of ours who's going to help us reveal the price for us. So, someone that doesn't need any introduction, I'd like to invite to the stage my good friend, our good friend, Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. Sebastian, good to see you again. How you doing?
Namaskar, Devi and Sajjanam. I'd like to welcome all of you to this great launch this afternoon. As you may know, I'm the brand ambassador for this wonderful brand, and it's been a great privilege and honor for me. When I was first introduced to the brand by Kyle here and Carl at my office, one of the first things that I noticed was the fact that what was it that they wanted to introduce into the market. And I clearly remember Carl saying, we wanted to produce something very unique, something very different, something young, and something that perhaps stood out in the market. I've always believed that in today's times, the mobile phone has become an alter ego for each one of us. Each one of us has a phone, and every time I see someone holding a phone, it somehow gives me the impression of what this guy is all about, what he's going to say, what he thinks of himself. When I hold a OnePlus 6 in my hand, I feel superior, and that is what I feel is my alter ego. Thank you so much for having me here, Kyle.
Thank you. So I think there's been you heard a lot of speculation about the price. What do you think?
Yeah, a lot of rumors spreading around town about what the price should be. But I guess the best way is to find out ourselves.
Shall we?
Yeah, sure. $34,999 is the retail price for the OnePlus 6, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
And a couple additional pieces of information. Here's the price for the two different variants. And last, most importantly, for everybody here that wants to get the OnePlus 6, a couple pieces of important information. For anybody that is lucky enough to be an Amazon Prime member, a special offer on May 21st where you can order it first. For everyone else, May 22nd. And early next week across the country, please join us at the pop-ups across India. So I hope it's clear we could not be more excited about this device. We hope you guys are as well. And to finish things off today, I don't think we could have done this without a great team at OnePlus. So I'd like to finish by thanking our team that we have that's worked on this day and night for months.
In the end, it's all about balance. When you balance limitless speed with a formidable valor, you'll get infinite power in your hands.
It's good to be back, Mumbai. I'm not Iron Man, not Hulk, well, obviously not Black Widow, not Dr. Strange. I'm Dr. Shi from OnePlus product team. So last time when I was here in Mumbai, I brought you OnePlus 5T Star Wars Limited Edition. Anybody was there? Yeah, do you like it? So as you know, we always team up with the most powerful team as we are the most powerful flagship. Which team is the most powerful team this year? Everybody knows. Avengers! Let's welcome Big Ram from Disney and Marvel Studio on the stage. Big round. Thank you, Sheik. Very nice you make it. I will leave it to you. A big shout out to all the Marvel fans in the house. Bring the house down. Thank you, the very best in the world of Marvel fans, we believe, are here. Thank you. Thank you for making Avengers Infinity War the #1 Hollywood release in India. You know, if you're a Marvel fan, you know that the Marvel promise is epic storytelling with a human spirit. And it's the spirit and the grit of OnePlus brand in the marketplace and how they go about things that makes us want to partner with them each and every time. Late last year, we came together, as she was telling you, to bring you OnePlus Star Wars Limited Edition and this 10th year of Marvel Cinematic Universe. 19 films we are bringing to you on something special that we worked together, the OnePlus 6 Marvel Avengers Special Edition. We hope that the fan communities of both the brands, Marvel and the great OnePlus community here, can enjoy this news as we are thrilled to bring this phone to you. As I welcome back She on the stage, and we will showcase the phone. Great, I have to say we have good taste. Okay, enough talking. Come back, let's do it together. Please allow us, OnePlus and Disney, to present OnePlus 6 Marvel Avengers Limited Edition. Infinite power in your hands. It's time to take a photo. Thanks, Big Ron. Maybe it's too small. Let's take a look at the video.
When they needed us, we could fight the battles. OnePlus 6 Marvel Avengers Limited Edition, an Amazon exclusive. Marvel Studios Avengers Infinity War in cinemas now.
Do you like it? Great to hear. You must notice the carbon black. Carbon black has always been the favorite of OnePlus community. We successfully combined the glass and the carbon material together. Astonishing. Also, picking a goal from Infinite Gauntlet, we color the Alliance slider and the Avenger logo on the back. I would say this is the most powerful mix and merge of the gold, glass, and the carbon pattern. I hope you like the way it looks. Also, we have included 5 Avengers wallpapers just for you. Question here. What's the difference between me and a superhero? I'm already a superhero? Yeah? Okay, I would say the only difference is just the uniform. So we need the superhero uniform, as you can see, for OnePlus 6. Presenting Iron Man case for OnePlus 6. It will go with every Avengers device.
The most powerful team needs the most powerful weapon. Thor was way stronger with the new hammer, right? So here, only OnePlus 6 Marvel Avengers will have 8GB RAM and 256GB storage. Again, with Avengers, we push the limits of power. Oh, almost forgot. That's not all. Each of you here would have received Marvel Avengers t-shirt and cap. Let's take a recap of the box. Which one do you like the most? Iron Man case? Carbon black? Me? I'm not there. Okay. And guess which one is my favorite? I'm telling you the truth. None of them that I just mentioned are important. My favorite one this time is not the greeting card. It is the OnePlus Infinity Medal. Attention. 6 Avengers superheroes are broken up. OnePlus and Marvel would like to invite you to reassemble the team to make the 6 of them becoming one team again. Each medal stands for one hero. I'm announcing OnePlus Infinity Medal Challenge has begun. Only those who are chosen by Tony Stark are qualified. Pals, stop laughing. They need your help. Once it's complete, Avengers will be reunited to the most powerful team in the whole universe. Again, in return, OnePlus and Marvel will provide a money convoy Avenger experience to you. Infinite power in your hands. So, what's the price? 60. 55. 51, I'm hearing. 49. You say 42. It's 44,999 ruby, available on May 29th. Okay, thanks for your time. I would like to thank Avengers again, especially Mr. Stark. Thanks, Tony.
Guys, I have a quick question to ask you. Real serious question. After seeing all that you saw, are you excited? So I've got really big ears, but I still couldn't hear you. Should we do it again? Are you excited? Man, that was something. I already know which one I want. I want the Avengers limited edition one. I already managed to whack one that was on stage from No, I can't say that. I won't say it. All right. Just take it into the gaadi mein le jao. Yeah. Just keep it there. A big shout out to all our speakers, Kyle, Simon, She. Can you give them a big round of applause, please? Thank you so much. To Mr. Manish Tiwari, Mr. Bikram Duggal, thank you so much for being here from Disney and from Amazon. A big round of applause for them as well, please. And to make this legendary afternoon even more legendary, what can you say about him? Our own superhero, our own legend, Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. Thank you so much for being here, sir. A big thank you to my dear friend Aditi Rao Haidari. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Aditi. Thank you to Mr. Hampus Olsen. Thank you for the lovely wallpapers. Thank you so much. And in the end, most importantly, a big thank you to this fantastic, rocking, kick-ass, enthusiastic, passionate OnePlus community. To all of you, you are the reason, you are the inspiration. You really are. And we're so happy you could all make it here today. And we hope that you are happy and excited about the OnePlus 6. Now, I know you may hate me a little bit for this, but I did get my hands on it when we were shooting the rap video. And it is beautiful. But I know you guys wanna, do you wanna? I mean, if you say you wanna, then we can, but we really wanna know if you wanna. Do you wanna see it? Do you wanna touch it? Do you wanna experience it? Do you wanna, really? Okay, if you do, then we've got one trick up our sleeve. Ladies and gentlemen, if you could please all turn around. Turn around, I'm a very blaring visual, so turn around, look at pleasanter things. Presenting to you, the OnePlus 6! For all the community members here today, you can experience the OnePlus 6, the Bullets Wireless, the OnePlus 6 Marvel Avengers Limited Edition for yourselves right here. Yes, all the way there. Easy, easy. It's there. It's not going anywhere. And one more thing for all those of you who didn't get your goodies, remember, just keep that stub on your ticket and you can get it on your way out. Of course, the media can experience the phone as well and the OnePlus community. This is all for you to experience. So I'd like to thank all of you for being here. We're going to do a little selfie right now. The first selfie from the OnePlus stage. Vikas, do you have the phone with you? Vikas from OnePlus. Vikas, can we request you to be on stage? Can I request Mr. Amitabh Bachchan to come on stage as well, please? Aditi Rao Haidari, if I could request you. Bikram, Manish, our speakers. Come on, let's give our luminaries a big round of applause as they come on stage, everyone. Give them a cheer.